greatest tool in Harbor Freight's arsenal. Right there, my friends, is a spot weld cutter thingy. Oh, now it's jammed on there, but because I was using it. It's actually double-ended, so when you wear out one end, you just flip it and use it again. I bought 2 of them because the whole front end is all spot welded on, and I'm not going to just take a Sawzall to it. I probably said that a couple times. I'll just chop it all off. Well, I'm going to, but I'm going to use one of these and take the spot welds out and then fill in the spots of metal, just because it's a cleaner removal, and then I have the pieces if I need to mock them up ever and see if I'm missing something. To work on it, I don't have the template paper. I can't seem to find it. We've been cleaning in here, so who knows, but I never ran across it, so I could be out. I've done a lot of projects since the last time I bought it, which was only like years ago, so I'll go buy some of that, and then we'll be ready to template out the one piece, because each of those brackets, there'll be basically a box with 4 flanges off of them. Those get all welded to the floor pan to make it really strong. And it's the factory like this. This is the factory little bolt hole thing, and it's like 20 gauge, maybe 19, something like that. It's in between 19 and 20. So my guess is 20, and then with the sealant coat, it makes it a little bit thicker. But this will be built out of 16 gauge, so it'll be a decent amount stronger. Plus, when you box it in, then weld it to the floor, sheets aren't going to go anywhere. So it'll be nice and safe. I may end up putting a little stabilizer plate in between the 2 pieces, but it's not going to need it, I don't think. I think everything's going to be just fine the way it is. Like, obviously, we'll get the seat in there. I'm leaving the driver side the same so that I can bolt in the seat with the factory mount so you guys can see the difference and how much lower that I'm going to bring that seat with really not that much fabrication and absolutely pretty much zero engineering. So you're probably wondering why I had to weld all that, and that's because when this was flat, I'm unable to bend it. I don't have a sheet metal brake anymore. So what I did was use the cutoff wheel and shim down a little bit of metal off of it so I could bend it. And then when I was done bending it, to make it rigid again, to make sure that these are not going to bend at all, I've welded every corner, every seam, everything is welded. Then it'll be welded to the floor. There's no way it's going anywhere. Next step is to center these things inside, so they will go in like so, and then weld those in and mock it up on the floor and figure out where they can actually go and go from there, and then see how the seat sits. Well, I'll have to modify the back and then see how the seat sits, but let's go do that. It was fun this morning. We had somewhere we had to be at like 9 o'clock this morning, but I needed to get the fuel tank out of the car, and I wanted to make sure it wasn't going to be a pain in the butt. So I went ahead and dropped the fuel tank at 7:30 this morning. I did not film that. I'll get some shots of it over there. It's pristine. So I've got a kid coming up. I say kid, gentleman. I don't know who he is. He's from he's on 417 Drift. So he's coming down here, picking up the gas tank and maybe some other bits. I don't know. Yeah, there you have it. There's the gas tank. It's dirty as all the hell, but like all the original, like, I don't know, padding and rock guards and everything's there. The seals here are still good. Seal here is non-existent. There was like 4 bolts and the rest of it was seal coned. So good job, previous owner. Thank you. Which it's fine. It's hard to see down in here. I can't get light down in here very good, but I won't adjust too well. But let's see. You can kind of see on that. What is that? Oh, that's pop tab. But you can see like it's pretty darn clear. There you have it. The seat brackets are all made. It's all lowered. I don't have time tonight to put the seat in, so you guys are... No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to wait. I got the seat already in the car. Let's come check it out. You can see the drastic difference from driver to passenger. That's not so drastic, but it is very notable difference. It's now no longer above the line of the, I don't know, A to B pillar. So let's get in it and see how it fits. Hey, Tina. No, I don't want to get my seats dirty. That's why I have the plastic on them. No, not in the car. I know it's just metal, but not in the car. Thank you. All kinds of animals coming out here. Next thing you know, my possum's gonna come running in. I kind of scared y'all there, but I went ahead and mounted the seat in the car. Duh, I was obviously going to finish this episode with the seat mounted in the car. See the difference. This one's 8 inches in the front, that one's 12, the driver. Let me measure the top. See, we only gained 2 inches. Now, it's 2 inches like this, which I'm pretty sure... No, see, I'd keep the seat all the way forward. More racing, at least. And I mean, in actuality, helmet on, I mean, there's clearance. There's no clearance for the moonroof, I don't think. The seat's got to come lower. It's just, it has to go lower. There's no way this isn't good enough. It's not. I mean, I know I can get a good distance if I take the sliders out, but I'm afraid I'll take the sliders out and then, you know, Marina's, what, 4 inches shorter, 3-4 inches shorter than me. She's gonna need to slide up. So, man, so I don't want to get rid of the sliders. The other option, there's room, because you've got the underneath of the car and then the floor pan is actually like this from what I can tell. I've got room that I can cut out the floor pan and drop the whole floor pan. I can get a 1/4 inch just by flush mounting the brackets, the spacers I have. But it's just, I don't think it's enough. It's just, they're literally this far off the floor pan. And even if I mount it on the floor pan, I mean, that's that much if I mount the floor seat directly to floor pan, but I'm not doing that. I want sliders. I could mount the sliders directly to the floor pan, but then that's you know, the bracket's only this much, so it's not enough either. We're gonna have to do some research, see what's legal. I'm basically using time attack specs on chassis modifications to make sure that it would pass tech inspection if we did that. So if I can pass tech inspection there, I could pass tech inspection like anywhere. But this is just depressing. How come I spend all this time doing this and it's just not enough? I could probably, I'm thinking I'll bust the tacks because the seat isn't as far down, the back isn't as far down. So if I beat the floor pans a little bit, I can get probably another inch, inch and a half, maybe even 2 inches actually out of that if I mount the tab to the top and lower that down as much as possible, which is probably going to be the next step, because it could actually, the butt of it could go down another inch or so, maybe a little bit more, because it is kind of forward slidey. I don't know. I have no idea. We'll figure it out though, but we're not figuring it out tonight. I just don't have the time. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Sorry this didn't turn out as good as I was hoping, but maybe the next one will. We'll get back to fiberglass because that's something I can do.
Well, folks, it's time to kick it old school.